research team is here with us to give us a list of top 10 stocks as we begin the day. Anuj, what are you looking at today?
Well, Sonia, this is what I said on Friday as well. And, my sense is just for the tactical bit, there could be a mean reversion trade on IT, which is playing out. It's made a higher bottom, taking support between the 20 and 50-day moving average. Can the index move towards the 200-day moving average? If nothing else, which is 10% off. I think if that happens, if we look at stock like Infosys, for example, it started to see quite a bit of traction from its recent lows. Trading above the 20 and 50, as you can see, it's taken support there. And now, can it move towards the 200-day moving average line, which you're seeing is a bit of a distance away. Will still be a bear market rally, but nonetheless. And similar logic would apply to the stronger stocks in the mid-cap IT stocks, X of Tata Elxsi, L&T Infotech. Again, if you see, it's showing some signs of an upward moving 20-day moving average, and the 200 is quite some distance away. If nothing, just a mean reversion trade, I think, might be playing out. We might have seen start of that last week. Maybe this week continues.
All right. And of course, I mean, the US market, NASDAQ bouncing may sort of help as well. As far as the IT space is concerned, maybe a bounce there as well. Now, Abhishek is standing by with the latest credit growth data, which is also bouncing quite nicely. Abhishek, hi, morning.
Morning, Prashant. As you mentioned, the credit growth is bouncing nicely. And after a long time, let's say about 8 to 9 years, we are seeing a double-digit growth coming back to the sector and retaining over there. So non-food credit growth for the banking sector was close to 16% on a YOY basis. This is the best growth that we have seen since 1st of November 2013, when the growth was about 16.8%. Overall, the credit growth was around 15.5% YOY, the best in 230 fortnights, or the best, since 1st November 2013, when it was around 16.44%. So the deposit momentum has started to pick up. We saw a bit of decline in the previous few fortnights. Now it is at 9.5% growth on a YOY basis. The advances growth, as I mentioned, at 15.5% YOY, augurs well for the large banks who have been capturing market share from the mid and smaller banks. Back to you.
Abhishek, thanks a lot for that. Let's go close to Ekta then. Ekta, the Oro Pharma observations look quite benign, so maybe there could be some covering today.
Well, yes, Anuj, but the proof of the pudding is really in terms of what the reply to the US FTA would be from the Aurobindo management and how exactly they would think the observations are dealt with. So while we say it's positive, it might just be a complete different factor which the US FTA might consider. So just based on what we know as of now, we have accessed the Form 483, which was issued to Aurobindo's Unit 11. It was inspected from July 25th to August 2nd. They issued 3 observations to the plant. It is an API non-antibiotic facility. It was classified as an official action indicated in May 2019, received a warning letter in June 2019. So it already has issues on this particular facility. Whether or not the US FTA thinks these 3 observations are enough to lift the warning letter, time will tell. But the chatter is that yes, maybe these observations are sufficient enough for them to get cleared from this particular facility, and hence I would possibly go with a green. But in these cases, it's really difficult to tell what the US FTA is thinking.
Okay, thanks a lot, Ekta, for that. We'll keep an eye out on Aurobindo Pharma. But Tata Consumer is also in focus this morning. Mangalam is here to tell us why he's watching that one. Mangalam, over to you.
Well, if this happens, and these are newspaper reports, if this happens, it could perhaps be the deal of the year in the FMCG space. And the news is that Tata Group has made an offer to acquire some stake in Bisleri International. It is a part stake that they will make the offer to acquire, and thereafter they will scale that acquisition or scale the stake as well. They could either acquire it via the group or they would acquire it via Tata Consumer itself. Either case, it would be a positive for Tata Consumer, because what they acquire at the group as well eventually goes to the verticals which handle it itself. The reason why this is a big positive is because, one, Bisleri has a strong brand, has almost 32% share of the organized packaged drinking water market, which is about 20,000 odd crores, growing fast, and is a high margin business as well. And Tata Consumer, of course, we've written to them and they've said that they do not comment on market speculation. They haven't denied it. This is something we will monitor extremely closely, because in the past as well, they haven't shied away from inorganic acquisitions, the kinds of Soulful, etc. So if this does happen, by virtue of the strength of the Bisleri brand, this could be a big one.
I mean, very few brands would come close to being as well known as the Bisleri brand. So that'll be, as Mangalam pointed out, if it happens indeed, the deal of the year in the FMCG space. Mangalam, thanks very much. More stocks with news flow. Sonal is here with that list. Sonal, hi, morning.
Good morning, Prashant. Let me start with Anupam Rasayan. A bit of negative news for the company. There is a fire incident at their plant in GIDC. Though the company says they are still assessing the amount of loss, this capacity, this particular unit has the lowest capacity in the 6 units that they operate. And they also have the losses of assets or profits covered under insurance, but they will let us know the amount very soon. Suntec Realty has acquired 7.25 acres of land parcel in Beverly Park in Mira Road. The development potential is around 2.5 million square feet and a revenue potential of 3,000 crore rupees. DB Realty, it's an interesting business line report which suggests that Adani Realty is in advanced talks for merger of DB Realty. DB Realty, remember, has a portfolio of 100 million square feet and around 628 acres of property, primarily in Mumbai. Remember, the Godrej Properties deal did not get through, where they bought around 10% stake in the company. So progress here will be monitored. However, this is just a report and not independently verified by CNBC-TV18.
Okay, Sonal, thanks a lot for that. Making his debut for CNBC TV18, Vivek are here with Stocks and News. Vivek, good morning and welcome to the team.
Thank you so much. Well, a couple of infrastructure stocks on my radar. When you're talking about Adani Transmission and Reliance Infra, some interesting news flow coming in. What's actually happened is that Reliance Infra has gone ahead and filed a 13,400 crore rupee claim against Adani Transmission. What they are saying is that Reliance Infra has actually said that Adani Transmission has breached a certain term as far as the contract in 2017. Now, remember, this particular contract was for the acquisition of the power business as far as the Mumbai circle was concerned. So both of these stocks will remain in focus today. The other stock on my radar is KEC International. Some positive news flow coming in. Another listed stock, Gujarat Industrial Power, has given a contract worth almost 244 crore for this particular company. And this is for building a pooling substation in the Kutch area of Gujarat.
All right, thanks a lot for that, Vivek, and welcome to the team and all the chaos, the craziness, right?
And the fun as well. Right?
And the fun, of course. How to deny that? Okay, well, let's do a quick recap then of our top stocks. Stocks with positive news flow: ICICI Bank, HDFC Bank, SBI, Aurobindo Pharma, Tata Consumer Products, Suntec Realty, DB Realty, and KEC International. While stocks with negative news flow today: Anupam Rasayan and Adani Transmission.